So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, lads. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger I fear in his training.
Discord, and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make some buttons and space special goodbye there, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. The weather's crashing at that second. Right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat with the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next time.
Happy Friday, everybody. It's Friday. Oops. Happy Friday. It's Friday at last. We have survived. We have survived the week. Welcome, everybody who's back from work. It's now actually 4 minutes past 6. Welcome to Friday stream, folks. We're in San Francisco. As we arrived yesterday, but now we're going to LAX. I thought that should be interesting. So I have, believe it or not, I have real world weather on. And this is, it's a little bit foggy, thank God. I thought it wasn't working again. So we're in LA, folks. Absolutely stunning. Happy days. Producer Buttons is kicking off again. So she wants to say hello to everyone too. Let me get the camera over here. And there is Producer Buttons saying hello, everybody. Producer Buttons also pleased it's Friday. Yes, she was lying down asleep there, and she jumps up when I start talking, and you all know what that means. So we're in San Francisco. We're going to LAX. It's hazy though, always in LA, isn't it? It's just haze. It's just car pollution. It cleared up with COVID though, didn't it? They had clear skies, you know, because no one was driving in LA. So yeah, the camera's a little bit. Let me reset the cam. Oh, there's Producer Buttons kicking off again there. Oh, I'm just trying to reset cam button. No buttons. No. Producer Buttons. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that thing, folks. I'm sorry. I was clever enough to sneak one into my pocket, and I got Producer Buttons a treat, so I didn't have to leave my seat. There you go, Producer Buttons. Now, would you get back to producer work now? Excellent. Sorry about that, folks. It's just disgraceful behaviour, unprofessional. It's just not acceptable. There we go. So we are in the US Airways delivery today in the Airbus A320. And we're going to do the whole flight plan from sim brief to landing on the other side with the replay. I'm going to do one trip today, if that's okay with you folks. And yeah, so San Francisco. I've been to San Francisco, and this is the Asobo scenery, I believe, which is fine. I'm thinking of getting more American sceneries. So when we're in the cruise, let us know. Let us know. Oh, I've broken the whole thing there. Yeah, that's the entrance area, where you kind of go in, you're dropped off. It's kind of, it's okay. It's Asobo, and it's free, so I'm not complaining, but it looks great. You know, you really are only concerned when you're flying in, you want to see the buildings and stuff. That's the exact tower and all that kind of stuff. So you got lots of peeps here. It's going to be busy. There are lots of Americans, you know. Well, this is the North European server now, folks, we're on. So if you want to join us in the North European server. There's some other people. There's someone from New Zealand, Jack Bev. Oh, Jack Bev! And that's the traffic taxiing around this FSLTL traffic, which is great. It's going to get busier now. It's about 10 o'clock now in San Francisco, isn't it? So will we do the flight? I just decluttered there. We'll do the flight plan. And we'll get into it straight away. But if you don't mind, I'm going to adjust the camera. Here we go. I'll just put it where it should be there for takeoff. Now it's a little bit dull in here, as you can see. Well, it looks dull to you. It's very bright here. But what I can do is I can increase the lights a little bit, up a little bit. See, it's very black, so you can see the control yoke there, and you're going to see it closer now. Sorry, you're going to see it more clearly now because I'm going to switch on some lightage, just a little bit of lightage, so you can see the controls there. Boom and boom. That should be a little bit better. To grasp that. Happy days. Phone upside down, not paying attention to the phone now. As you noticed, I have a little bit of, I've been playing around with this kind of stuff here, just to give people kudos. I think it's only fair. And I've got a follower goal. I put one in for the month for 100, just for shits and giggles. And as you can see, I got the cameras going on and stuff like that. So if you think it's too cluttered, we'll talk about that in the cruise. Have a think. Does it look too cluttered? Up above, I have to change here as well. I want to update that as well to have the same colours. The channel colours are black and yellow, folks. That's the channel colours. Let's say hello to the comments. We have Pyrotech. I'm going to read Twitch first. Pyrotech's with us. Great Pyrotech. Great to see you. Lonely Reaper's with us again. He says hello, Reaper Sim, Buttons and Pyrotech. You're saying hello to each other. Great. Happy days. Pyrotech says, okay, just hanging out until my doctor appointment later. Oh, bummer. It's very hard to get a doctor. Anyway, so you're all talking amongst each other. That's great. Pyrotech says hello to Buttons. Happy days. Also on YouTube there, we got Cloppy D. Let me scroll up here. We got Cloppy D. We got Lonely Reaper as well. Commenting on both. Ian Bevington says KFSO to KLAX, I presume. I hope I've got the... Let me just make sure. I have had... A320 glass. Oh, I see what I've done there. Okay, I'm going to change. I didn't put in the ICAO. Thank you for telling me. Can I do that from here? Edit video. Sorry about this, folks. Come on. Los Angeles is... You're absolutely right for pointing that out. Thank you so much. Los Angeles is a KLAX. Boom. Now that looks much better. Thank you. That'll refresh now. Thank you for telling me that. And let me just get back to the chat here. Give me a second here. Bear with me, folks. I'm just doing admin stuff here. There we go. There we go. Thank you very much. And that was... where were you? That was Ian Bevington. Thank you, Ian, for letting me know. I fixed that now when you refresh. The title is now correct. Clappy D, Evening Reaper. He's saying hello to everyone. And we have Peter Bevington, as I said. Clappy D is good. Is with us as well. Brendan Beery's with us as well. And you're all, that's great. Wolf, greetings. Welcome, Wolf. Let us know what you're up to if you're in the mood in the cruise. We need more new people. As in newbies, like, you know, because I'm going to do this from the very beginning to the very end. Ian saying hello to Buttons. I won't say tea time. Yeah, I won't say that because you jump up then, and then it's a whole load of grief. So I did sneak it in there, didn't I? That was from earlier on. Clappy D, thank you very much for the putting in live stream. Oh yeah, this thing here, I have to look into that. What's that you put in there? Oh, you put in a link to FSLTL. Excellent. Thank you very much. That's great. FSLTL, which is absolutely stunning. It really is very good, folks. Ghost Rider's here as well with us. Greetings, Ghost Rider. Hi, Gripper. What's the okay for Arrival Airport? If you refresh the video there, it'll give you KLAX. And Wolf is there as well. Saying hello to everyone. Brian is with us as well. Good Friday evening, everybody. Friday. It is Friday. Happy days. Now, where is my mouse gone? Great. Okay, here we go. Let's get the old sim brief here. Oops, new flight. It's very straightforward, really. When you know, once you know what you're doing, you don't know. You don't know. Do you know? KSFO. Once you know how things work in flight sim, it's actually very straightforward, isn't it? It's not complicated. It's just how do you do certain things. I just want to make sure I'm taking my time here. Because you can imagine the confusion if I got the wrong airport after takeoff. Do you know? So I double check the bejesus out of it, you know? A320. Just take my time. I'm just going to put on a bit of extra reserve fuel as well. 90 minutes. As well as all the other stuff. And then we're good. Passengers are auto. We leave it at auto. And I just select... Usually I just select the one that's there in SimBrief. Good. There you go. So let's generate that. Generate the flight plan. Boop. Yep. And let's load it into the aircraft, shall we? Now, before we load it into the aircraft, though, I like to write some things down, so I don't have to go playing with windows and stuff. All I have to do is glance down, and it's all on the iPad, and it's very quick. Or on the pad, should I say. So I'm going to glance down here, have a look at it. Nice straight route. And we're gonna speed it up a bit. I'm gonna increase the speed. Here we go. Here's the guts of our flight plan. Below here, flight level. Wants flight level 370. Fair enough. And I got that down here. Level. I'm using the Aer Lingus one. flight plan method here. Okay, so KSFO, we are departing on runway 01 left. And our SID is Sierra, Sierra, Tango, India, Kilo 5. Arriving to LAX is... Where are you? India, Romeo, November, Mike, November 2. And we're coming into runway 24 right. 24 right. That's all I need for now, really. That's all. Okay, let's hop to the aircraft, folks. Let's hop in. And let us begin the flight. Keeping an eye on the chat there. Boom. Okay, I'm going to go all the way to APU here. I don't have a checklist because I've been changing all my office and I haven't had a chance. Battery 1 and 2 on. External power is available, which is also on. While I see them there, let's put the fuel pumps on. Because I ain't using a checklist today. It's very bold and naughty of me. Let's see how we get on. Let's see if I don't stuff it up. Crew oxygen supply will be on. We want the beacon light. Let's assume we're loaded, shall we? Beacon light on. GSX, wouldn't be great if the trucks wouldn't come near the aircraft unless you have the beacon on. I don't know if it does that now. But I'm not using that because it keeps messing up my stream and I have to play around with it. As you all know. Nav and logo, put that on. Leave the wing light off. Those can all stay off there. Strobe goes into auto. Now, let us go back down here. Oh. Yeah, let's get the power on here. Let's get the master on. 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000. And we start her up. And we get the navigation systems online. And switching it on and then off and on again. So it'll be instant. Very clever, Fenix, you know. These little clever things I do enjoy. There we go. Let's give it cautious about stuff, but don't worry about that. Smoke detection fault if no livestock. After isolation valve off. I haven't seen that before. Let us go down and make sure we load up the weather here for the mass imbalance. So it's going to suck it from SimBrief because I've logged on to Fenix here already. Now, one thing I noticed, I just double checked my stream yesterday. I keep putting my arm in front of the other camera, which is ridiculous, but we don't need that camera now. I have to remind myself. These little things, you know. Let us get rid of the yoke camera because we don't need it. There we go. No, that's not the one. There we go. Okay, so let's get the Fenix in here and download the flight plan from SimBrief. Keep that mic nice and close. Tap to import. It's all seamless. It's great. Good. Let's put that one there for the departure weather. Let's get ground surface now. It is going to give out. Oh, it didn't give out because I already have the sim settings. I must have remembered them now. Ground surface is fine. Mass and balance is what we want. And let's load the aircraft. Now it's not loading the aircraft. Alright. I thought it saved the settings from yesterday. It's not loading the aircraft, and this is all out, right? So the reason being is because of the metric system. Units. I think it's just the weight, kilograms. There we go. And if we go back then to mass and balance. I have to reset. I have to reload the flight plan. More than likely. There we go. There we go. Happy days. Now we go to mass and balance. And we can load the aircraft. 124 passengers. I'm doing instant. You can see the aircraft kind of move slightly. Just saw it in the corner of my eye up here. There's the gate here. That looks good. Happy days. And let's get the flight plan organised, shall we? How's the APU going? APU. And it's open, flaps unavailable. Great, happy days. While I'm here, I just want to make sure I have the APU bleed on. Look before you press. Boom. I looked before I press. Hooray! Let's get the flight plan done. Okay, so let's do init first here. Let's clear that message there. I'm going to go until we're just about ready for pushback. I'm going to keep moving steadily. So bear with me and I'll get to the comments then. We'll have loads of time in the cruise. We'll have a good bit of time. 01. Cost index will go 50. The flight level was 370. Flight level 370. That temperature looks about right. Thank you very much. Let's then go to our 0 fuel weight and CFG. So 0 fuel weight. Oh, mouse. 56.8. I always round it up. 56.8, 31.8. 56.8, 31.8 as well. Let's double check that before I enter it in. 56.8, 31.8, happy days. There we go. Let's plug that in. Boom. Block fuel will come from SimBrief with our 90 minutes of extra fuel. It takes a second and it puts in the exact block fuel you requested at SimBrief. Confirm. There we go. Now let's have a look at the flight plan. Our departure in KSF. Let's get it for you here, just so you can see. So you can see. Fetch the flight plan, please. SimBrief panel, which is very useful, and go to raw. There it is. There. So we are departing. Runway 01 left. Oh, that's handy. It's at the top. We are using the SID Sierra Sierra Tango. It starts with. It's probably down the bottom. Sierra Sierra Tango. Come on. Sierra Sierra Tango. India Kilo. 5. There we go. 5. What's 5? You say. In. Oh, did I miss something there? Let me go through the whole thing, will you? Oh, transition. Now, I have to admit to you, right? Let's get the transition. I've got a choice of transitions now. I've never really used this. This seems to be more of an American thing, I'm guessing. So how does that work? Oh, we're okay there. That looks okay. I'm going to leave the transition out. I'm a little bit cagey in the... I know it's joining from the SID to the airways, etc. But let's just leave it out for the moment and see what happens, okay? Let's go back to flight plan then and get our arrival into LAX and see how that shapes up. Arrival. And our arrival into LAX is for my 24 right. 24 right. 24 right. ILS, happy days. And our India Romeo November. India Romeo November. There we are. Oops, I went past it. India Romeo November. Mike November 2. Excellent. Exactly what I want. Again, don't know about the transitions. I know what to do, but I don't understand it as much as I should. So there is a flight discontinuity there. Let's just see if we can fix that. I'm going to go to plan mode here. Okay, and we're going to get rid of this window here. And we're going to go and see what that gives us. So it's a nice straight out departure there. It just turns towards San Francisco. Great. Yeah, there we go. So it doesn't have a transition. So let's put the transition in. Let's go back to our flight plan and have a look at our departure and put one in. So, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, up. We have selected that one. So it's giving us... I don't know. I'm going to go with Susie because it's easy to remember. I don't know what that's going to give us. Let's see what happens if you enter that in. Okay. Okay, let's go down again. Okay. Now, our arrival here into... We don't have a transition here. Arrival. We were... Come on. 24. Click on that. No. 24, right. Just bear with me. I'm going to click on that one. I'm going to insert it. Because I want to change it. I'm going to go to arrival again and select the correct one. So, 2... 4 right. No, 2 4. 2 4 right. Boom. And we said it was India Romeo November. Come on. You had it there, go pursue. I don't know, let's start that one. I just have to examine the plates before I start this kind of stuff off. I don't want to be talking nonsense. So let's see how that looks, right? Let's see. Well, I get lucky. Will I get lucky? Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. It's just a transition from the SID to the airways. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Oh, yeah, no, I botched it up. But what we can do, right? We can get rid of manual. Yeah, see what's doing there is, as one of the pilots were telling me there, manual is, you're vectored into it. You don't do the procedures. So he says when it says manual, you've got to fly it manually and you know, vectored in. So what we can do is we can use the procedure. So I can clear manual. Right, get rid of that. And then what we have is we're going to have a discontinuity. Delete the discontinuity. And it'll join it up. There we go. It'll do. Yeah, there, that's nice. So we got nice long come in for final. I like to have 10k at least. So it'll be turning on a little bit late, less than 10k. But that's fine. That'll do. I know it's, you know, that's what it is. What's it giving out about here? Gear not uplocked. My gear lever's up. That's my physical control, folks. I didn't check that. Very bold, very naughty. So this is my actual controller here, physical controller. So that's all set. Flaps should be up. Spoilers are up. While I'm there, I'm going to arm them. Engine masters are off, and normal mode is set of the engine. That's fine. That's good. The tents are all good. Happy days. Just double check that. And we're good to go. Let us get the engines, let's get pushback and the engine started. So that's it for now. Let us just be aware of the lights here and the emergency exit lights. We put the belts lights, the smoking and the belt lights on. We got APU bleed on already. We get some overhead light panels on here. Let's just brighten the place up a little bit. A few old lights here. I'm on real world time. I'm on the real time now because we can afford to be in America. Do you know, which is nice. So that's all looking a little bit better now. What do you say? Let's have a quick look at the chat there. I'll start with Twitch there. It would be great if I could have a little sign here to say where I left off reading it. Oh, new. Great. Let's just give you a view here while I'm reading the comments. So, and you notice the sound is back to normal, by the way, from yesterday. That's because after the update, I forgot, because it was just right on the stream. After the update, I didn't remove start the sim and then add my community folder. And that's why that was. And that's absolutely perfect. No bother at all. Let's see, have a look here at the frames per second. Yeah, they're okay. Yeah. Very nice, very good. So, where were we? Pyrotech is with us as well. You're all saying hello there. Anyone new there? No, Pyrotech. Was saying about a doctor's appointment. Saying hello to Buttons. And Only Reaper's with us as well. On YouTube. YouTube's very popular this week. Lots of people on YouTube. Now, it is Friday. Most people are getting drunk. In Ireland, UK. They're getting drunk. In, obviously, San Francisco, they're just finishing off their day. So Brian is with us, I said earlier on. Wolf is with us. Lonely Reaper saying hello. Cheddar Key's with us. And Valstorm evening. Everyone that's from earlier on. Ghost Rider says, Gripper, any idea how to turn on voice call out landing heights and V1, etc.? Yes, Ghost Rider. Right? Yes. Now, good point. Thank you for asking that question. For some reason, it won't save my panel state. So if you go to, bear with me now, Sim settings, or a callouts. Ghost Rider, right? Or a callouts. So I can select 2,500, 1,500, 400, 300, 200, and 100. So you can select which ones you want. I don't recall it. It's saying 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. I hear the callouts. And that's just make sure they're on. Also, I hope that answers your question. Let me know though, Ghost Rider. Do let me know if that answers your question. I love answering questions correctly, if I get them correctly, that is, because I do some stuff. So that's units. Sorry, that's RA callouts. But the other thing here I'm having an issue with is where is it? This bit: airline modifiable information. It never saves it. I want all this on. I want the brake fans. I want nav and go around, because that means if you're on autopilot and you just go around, it follows the go around procedure. But it never seems to save it. Now I have hit this save default, Use airline settings. I don't know what that really does. So it doesn't seem to save them. But anyway, you just prompted me on that. But anyway, to answer your question, RA callouts. Is there anything else around here we can look at? Airframe. Standby instruments. You can change the standby instruments. Do I have analog here today? Yes, I have analog. I like the analog. Just let's make sure this is centered there. So you can change the standby instruments to analog or the modern kind of modern one. Metric standby altitude. No, leave that out. Standby. That's fine. Controls. Anything else in here? No, close standing is. So there's lots of stuff here. Anyway, I just wanted to answer your question. I think I've answered that. Let's continue down with the comments there. Before we backtrack. Wolf, let's get it to 20 likes. Yes, thank you, Wolf, and Clappy D, by the way. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps the channel. YouTube's funny like that. Read the great. Oh, it's all this then. What's all this then? It sounds like an English policeman back in the 70s with the big hats they had. They still have them, no? You're saying hello to each other there. Rudin the Great is happy. Artificial Horizon, a bit askew. Thank you, Cherokee. Yeah, it's fixed now. Rudin the Great, I will spawn after you guys take off. Great, you can spawn on us. Wolf says, I'm Jack Bev. Let's have a look. Let's tag up. Let's see who's with us in the North European server. Okay. Wolf, I'm Jack Bev. Okay, Wolf, great. Great. It's confusing because you're... Yeah. Now I know. There's Ian Bev. There's Lim Brocketeer. I don't know if he's with us as well. We've got Raptor X, 23 Sierra, Ian Bev, Jack Bev, New Zealand, and Pete, New Zealand. Anyone else today? Anyone else? It's quite busy today. I thought everybody would be in the pub. Do you know? That's what happens after work, especially if you're working in the city. There's Ghost Rider over the other side there. Welcome, Ghost Rider. There's another one taken off there. So don't worry. If I can't see you here, I will get to you in the cruise. There's no doubt about that. It's actually a sunny day, but it's a bit hazy as you can see. Happy days. Let's backtrack and go, shall we? Should we do that? I think we should do that. Oh, what are you doing there? Oh, stop that. Okay. Ground surfaces. Let's get rid of all the chocks and cones and stuff. Let's get rid of the ground power unit. Chocks and cones. Let's close the doors. Have you finished our mass balance though? No, we've not. All we have to do is our departure brief, folks. So let's go into init. Next page. Okay, I'm just checking that was all done. So performance. Takeoff. V speeds. Won't do the callouts if you don't have these in, by the way. Ghost Rider, is that okay? Microsoft Flight Simulator, not Fenix. Sorry, it meant Fenix. Ghost Rider answered. So Ghost Rider is saying Microsoft Flight Simulator, not Fenix. Sorry, I meant Fenix. We're in the Fenix. Or are you in the really good, the other free one, which is also brilliant, the fly-by-wire one, which is absolutely stunning. Let me. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't show you if it's the other one, the other Airbus. Okay, let us go. We're taking off. I'm just confirming everything like the hell. 0-1 left. Surface is dry. Flock config is going to be 1. Force toga not with 7,500 feet over in America. Feet. No, we won't need force toga. Anti-ice is off. Packs will be on. Let's load that and let's load the weather. Altimeter 3027, temperatures plus 10, and the wind, let's calculate that. And it's going to be flex temp just by looking at that massive runway. So yeah, it's flex to temp. So 132, 140, 140. 132, 140, 140. Transition is 18,000 feet. Flaps at flex to temp is, flaps is down 3. Flex to temp 61. 61. And flaps 1. Down 0.3. Boom. Let's do that now, shall we? Oh, we don't have the engine, so we don't have any hydraulics. That's silly of me. I should have known that. No hydraulics yet. And that's confirmed. Down 3. Excellent. Let's get the weather now. Boom. Boom. My flight. Here's the route. The next one is the weather here. No, sorry, the next one here is the weather. Let's hit the B button. I love that in Microsoft. Just hit the B button and we get the standard QNH. Boom. 29901. Does it have it set for me? 29901. Let's confirm that. Where are you? 3027. What's going on with my B button? 3097. Okay. That's odd, isn't it? We're doing hectopascals. Doing hectopascals. No, am I reading the right thing here? Interesting. 3027 here. I'm pretty sure that's it in America with the inches of mercury, you know. So I gotta switch to 3027. Correct me if I'm wrong. Twisty twist. This is why, you know. 3027. There we go. 27 once. Let's give it an A because I'm not quick enough. We're going to go in there very quickly. 37. Greetings, some random Philip. Some random Phillips with us. I'm going to leave that at... well, that's the QNH now. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay, we'll leave it at standard. Okay, good. So we're good to go. Let me just make sure I got the right place here. That is our departure in San Francisco. Yes, it is. Push back. Ground services. Connect the truck, please. Connect the truck. There goes the gate. Oh! Oh, I don't like clipping like that. Come on, Mr. Truck. Some random Philip saying, just popping in for 10 minutes, have to go out soon. I know some random Philip is saying that. Everyone's getting ready to go out to the town, you know. How's your day going? Not too bad. Not too bad. Pretty good for some random Philip. Let's get my camera working here. It would be terrible to forget. There we go. You can see where my hands are with the controls, and you can kind of see where I'm down here. Kind of. I need to get more cameras positioned. It'll happen slowly but surely. Very nice. Let's have a look at Twitch there. All good. Okay, let's get the push back going. We want to get out of here, so we want to head to the left. So park and brake off. And begin the push back. There we go. Yeah, I wonder if we have room, because we're kind of tight in here. Do you know? We should straighten up for that portion. Go straight there for a bit, please. Thank you. Will I hit anything? Will I hit? Oh god, I'm gonna hit the aircraft behind me. Bloody hell. Not a lot of room here. Not good to be doing it manually. Let's stop here for the moment. Yeah, I'll be able to turn it there now. If that truck would get out of the way, which I'm sure it would in real life. I think they would just drive away there, wouldn't they? Park and brake back on, and tug is back connected. Very nice. I'll stop those blinking lights for you because that's the lights you take drivers. Got to load them every time. There we go. Very good. So we're pushed back. Tug is disconnected and driven away. There he is. Bye, Mr. Man. Easy job. No, well, actually, I don't know if it'd be an easy job because if you hit that aircraft against something, you're in big trouble. Okay, let's think about taxiing now because we're in LAX, and as you well know. I fear taxiing above all. Let's switch to ARC in 10 miles. I fear taxiing. Constraints are on. I fear taxiing above all, to be honest with you. I don't really fear it, but you know what I mean. Beacon light should already be on. We put on the runway turn off lights and taxi. Oh, it was already on. Oh, I hit it twice. Taxi lights are on. Good, we're starting engine number 2 now. So we're going to switch the selector to start and flick number 2. we've got our engine kicking off there. Let's see what we can hear from the passenger side. I like to listen to the angry dogs. Let's see what the sounds are like. G Cook Scotland is with us as well. Randa Phillips says there, how's your day? I'm not too bad. I said that. I think I replied to that. This is on YouTube now. I'm going to buy the TCA. Oh, this is what Randa Phillips says. I'm going to buy the TCA Quadrant add-on soon, and then buy the Fenix A320 on my birthday with a new monitor and maybe something else. Oh, Randa Phillips, nice one. Do you know, nice one. That's a good bundle. Those are good choices because they, you know, for your hobby, they do increase your experience, the immersion of the whole sim. That's a good choice. I'm hunting for a monitor as well. It's going to take a while though. I want to get a reasonably good one. Yeah, that's that. Didn't get many angry dogs there. I think it's the... I thought number 2 is for the hydraulics, so engine number 1 is good. The gear is giving out about the gear here. Okay, let's put on engine number 2 there. Sorry, engine number 1, the second engine I meant. N2 is kicking off. Let's have a look at the left side now. I want to listen to the angry dogs. The angry dogs, folks, no? Recorder when you're ready, says Clappy. Thank you very much. So Brad Phillips says, yeah, I love the fly-by-wire A320, so I'm sure I'll seriously enjoy the Fenix. That's exactly what I did. I had the free one first and I said, this is great. And this one's actually, it's actually easier because all the systems in it are there, you know, apparently as in the real world, which is very, very nice. Interestingly enough, okay, I've had this open here, just because I don't really have it open enough. So, the CPU is 60%, okay? Memory's quite high. Look, the dedicated GPU memory is it's full. It's almost full, do you know? So I just thought I'd keep an eye on this today to see if there's any bottlenecks, you know? But it looks like I'm okay at the moment. So I just thought I'd put the performance of the task manager up for myself. I just thought I'd share that with you. We'll talk about that in the cruise. We have also first-time chat from Floran Knoxbox. I know that's a clever one. I'm sorry for butchering your name. First time chat from Flora on Xbox. Nice one. See, I knew it was clever. I knew it. Flora on Xbox. Greetings and welcome. Welcome. As you can see above here, above my head, I just look up. I have a goal for followers. See? I thought that would be a bit of fun, to be honest with you. So, anyone there watching on Twitch there, if you want to follow, and we get a big smash here on the screen, it's great fun. So, it's Florin. Excuse me, Florin. Ah, yeah, I can see it now. God, I must be blind. Florin on Xbox, welcome to the madness. We got someone new at last, ladies and gentlemen. Florin on Xbox, welcome to the madness. Welcome to the club. And thank you for correcting your name. Thank you very much. Some random Phillips says, you can't believe how good the fly-by-wire is for a free airplane. I know, it's nuts, it's great. That's okay, said Florin. Thank you, Florin. That's great. Oh, there you go, Florin. You see, boom. Actually, that sound isn't crazy enough. We'll have to get that going crazy. But the clap will suffice. That'll make up for it, Florin. Thank you very much for the follow. See, that little bar will go up now, I hope. And this is a great hobby. Great fun. So happy days. Now, where was I? What was I doing? Where was I? Why did I stop? And I've lost my place and all the situational awareness that I had. Gear not uplocked. Okay, that's... I don't know what's going on here. Electric oil overheat. Okay, that was when the engines were started. It's not that hot in San Francisco. Let's clear that message and keep an eye. The gear not uplocked is from earlier on. Is there a gear? I've got 3 gear levers here, folks. They're all down. I've got 3 physical ones. They're all down. So okay, let's get taxiing out of here. I was making sure I had the lights on. right? The engines are both on and available, so I can switch off the APU bleed, and I can also switch off the APU. Now you wonder, when you're sitting in a real airplane, why they take so long to do stuff. The dome light's on, I'm happy with that. Smoking on is on. Oh, I just put it all the way on there. That's fine, and we will then start our taxi. Something I've forgotten. Something I've forgotten. Park brake off. Oh yeah, that's it. There we go. There we go. Back to normal mode. Oh yeah, it's a complicated airport, folks. So that's where I was getting to.
Are in their upright position for takeoff. Please ensure all personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones, and powered sexual implements, are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but we will serve large amounts of alcohol to ensure that your intoxicated levels are high. For these of you who are feeling unruly. Alcohol is
01.
to ensure your
there we go, it's quite close, thank God I parked in the right place. 01 left, so we're going to take a right out here. Absolutely, great.
Will also be offered alcohol.
Now we know
but
what's happening.
Smoking e-cigarettes is
Let's
mostly
move.
definitely prohibited. This will make
We're
sense
moving.
to us for some reason. Thank you for choosing
We're moving, don't forget, another small
and
things
we
to
hope
do.
you enjoy this journey with us.
There's one of the boys there. There's Raptor X, there's the gun. There's Vruden Vranks. Welcome. There's 23 Sierra in a MiG-29. And Pete New Zealand off in the distance. Very good. Very good. I'm thinking in the future, folks, at the moment you can only really stream at 1080p. But I've been investigating 2K for streaming. So that's a plan. I want to do 2K. Just looks a little bit more vibrant, you know. Just ever so slightly. What weather setting do you have, Grep? I have, it's real world weather. I always use real world weather as much as possible. Always. I like the old real world weather, folks. Okay, I gotta wait for this guy here. That is FSLTL. I love this. So I'm gonna fly in America more often because I gotta stop at queue and wait, and you know, now that I'm waiting, I'm making sure I've got the flaps down set to 1. I have the spoilers armed. I also have the speed brakes to set to max for the rejected takeoff. I got the constraints on. And is he gonna let us out? Front. Excuse me. Frontier. And something express. Iberia Express. Interesting. You won't be getting to Spain very with express. Do Iberia Express fly from San Francisco, folks? Am I sure? Let's check it again. Let's just straighten up the airplane, Lonely Reaper. Let's straighten it up. Which taxiway do I want now? I want the outer one here. Oh no, there's another guy down here taxiing towards me, so I can't take that one. That's the runway. There we go. I'm going up now. Let's check the weather. Let us check the weather.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above.
Live weather, real time. Yeah.
Procedures to remind you of possible horrific death during this flight. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest.
One left.
When you are intoxicated, please refrain from opening emergency exits during your possible drunk episode during this flight. Should
Real
the cabin
time.
experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen mask will drop down from about your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose. Pull the strap to tighten it in. If you are traveling with the children, make sure that your oven mask in the first before helping your irritating loud child. If you are unable due to intoxication, you will pass out and suffocate in an orderly fashion. In the unlikely event of emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. live routes and located below your seats, and emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit. Please be aware, if you are intoxicated, you will be unable to carry out any of these instructions. This also makes sense to us for some reason. Thank you.
Yeah, so get intoxicated and you'll be fine. Ah, yes. Go on, let's go. Taxiing there. Let's keep taxiing. Okay, so from memory, I've got to check this. There's the light there. All we got to do is we got to set our transponder on as we enter the runway. I'm using the entirety of the runway, of course. It's lovely here in San Francisco. I've flown into San Francisco a few times in the past. It's just, you know, when you've been somewhere, you go, oh wow, it's just like, but it looks like in the real world. Do you know? So we're going to line up and wait. I'm going to slow down a good bit here. I'm going to try and do this as we're rolling. TA only, please, because of the sim. Transponder's on. Predicted wind shear is on. We don't have any weather. You see what I mean there? That was close, wasn't it? You see? You don't be looking down while you're taxiing. Landing lights. How are they already on, for the love of God? It was like that when I set it up. Wow. Landing lights to come on as well. Strobe comes on as well. Nose light to take off. Very good. And flaps are set to 1. Good. There we go. Let's confirm the runway now. Let's confirm the runway. It's this one. It's left. Not right. It's a left runway, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 01 left. Ah, stay on the yellow line, gripper sim. You'd think I'd missed a turn. I didn't actually. Wouldn't let me go straight from there. So, there's an aircraft there waiting for us, I think. We're going to bully on ahead. 01 left. See the red there? 01 left. Very nice. Line up and wait. And let us see if I can get right on that center line. Remembering I'm sitting on the nose wheel. That's what I'm guessing. Just logic. Pure logic, Captain. So there we go. Let's get on that center line now without having to, you know, move forward too much and waste runway. There we go. Line up. Hold short. Or sorry, I'm trying to do ATC here. Hold short for crossing traffic. 01 left. There we go. United Airlines. Isn't it cool, all the traffic, folks? Okay, let us speak. There's another one crossing now. Bit of a traffic jam here with United. Oh, traffic jams, folks. I love the way there's planes everywhere. I'm definitely going to fly more often in America. Let me know what you think. We're on the right runway. Let us begin the chrono. Chrono started. That's the stopwatch. And we're good to go. Power up to 50%. Just can't see it. Engines are stable. Off to flex. Flex set. Forward of the stick. Recorder's on. 80 knots. Get back on the center line. Releasing the back pressure now. Get on the center line. There we go. 100 knots. 120 knots. A little bit of rudder in here, just keep it straight out. Enough with the left rudder. This is crosswind. V1 rotation. They're kind of the same. Oh, come on. It's so awkward. So awkward on the ground. Positive rate gear up. Very nice. Let's set my altitude back to climb. Let's give an out about the altitude there, folks, that's all. 1,800 feet initially. Autopilot on, or 1,800 please, gripper sim. There we go. That's the transition altitude. And we are out of San Francisco, folks. very, very bright. Have I messed this up? Alt F3. Oh god, that's not right. The aircraft's slowing down. Flaps up. There we go.
Too low, terrain.
Why ain't you climbing?
Too low, terrain.
Where's the bit? No, I'm taking over here.
Too low,
Aircraft's my
terrain.
aircraft.
Too low, terrain.
That's just not right. That's just
Terrain
wrong.
ahead. Pull up.
That is just wrong. I wonder what happened there. It didn't
Terrain
climb
ahead.
for me.
Pull up.
It didn't climb
Terrain ahead.
at the 15 degrees. So that's what happens when you leave the aircraft straight after takeoff. Oh, I know what happened there. It messed up here. Press that button in. Now we're good. Okay. Autopilot back on. I see what I've done here. Let's analyze that. So I didn't have the altitude set before I rolled. I knew I'd leave something out. So on the takeoff roll, I set the altitude, didn't I? And by setting the altitude, it somehow got rid of the auto, the autopilot there on the altitude side of things, as in managed altitude, and that was disconnected, so it didn't climb. So that's what I think that what happened there. Let's enjoy the eye candy. Jesus. San Francisco, folks. Where is the city? Oh, it didn't go over the city. What a shame. There's the city behind. That looks insane, doesn't it? So that was the error there. That's what happens when you don't use the checklist. I'm sure I'm going to read the comments now. Someone's going, set your altitude. I know there is. And I wouldn't blame you. Yeah. Look at that. That is San Francisco, folks. Floppy D is saying, with regards to my new kind of stream setup, Gripper, the donations on your controls screen are not showing on the main screen unless that's what you want. Is that down here? You mean down here? Was I recording that? Yes, the recorder was running. And on the takeoff roll there, I forgot the recorder, the flight recorder. Are we all set up here? We're good. Okay, we're coming up to a constraint here. Flaps are up, gear is up. Let's just do our after takeoff checklist. Disarm the spoilers. Auto brake is now off and disarmed. Lights. No, they should stay on till 10,000 feet. Runway off and nose lights off. And that is after takeoff checks complete. And we're 10,000 feet. Let's put our altitude here for 37,000 feet. $37,000 feet is set. If I ever change this now, I'm thinking, make sure that dot is on. Because that's what happened to me. I must have pressed it in the panic, you know. 9,000 feet, we're at a constraint, that's fine. And we're going to continue on. And 18,000 feet is the transition altitude. We've got a warning here. Speed limit was exceeded earlier on. I get that. Oh, it's exceeded now. And it's slowing down. So that was a real cluster, wasn't it? That was a real cluster F. But it shouldn't be speeding up now either. Over 10,000 feet, that's okay. Alright, we're going like a bat out of hell. We don't need the train radar on anymore. That comes on automatically, which is very ingenious. And let's get rid of that message there. Speed limit exceeded. And we're golden. We're going to climb now continuously. So where was I? Have a look at the YouTube live stream. Oh yeah, let's have a look at that. Thank you, Clappy D. You're so helpful. Let's pause it there and go all the way up to where we are. Okay, I'm looking at the live YouTube stream there. But the donations on your control screen are not showing on the main screen unless that you want. Oh, I see what you're saying. I put them inside the screen there. You want them outside? Is it hard to read? Is that what you mean? So the controls, right, I'm kind of down here on the bottom of the screen there. You're saying that are they hard to read? Let me know. Let me know anything about it. Is it too cluttery? So the thing I'm curious about is up here. Is that too cluttery for you? Is it too much clutter? I'm just experimenting with it, you know. If I get a bit of time, I just want to make the stream look really good. Bottom right hand screen, yeah, I'm on it, yeah. So is it just I put it inside the window on purpose is what I'm saying. So I can fix that. No, it's your choice, I see. But if it's not clear, let me know. Something you don't like, guys, you know, you tell me. Vector Hockey 88, first time chat. Welcome, Vector Hockey 88. He says, are you using real world weather? Yeah, a lot of people are asking me that, and oddly enough, it seems very clear. We are real world time and weather. So look, if I disable it now, see, and put it back on. Oh, that upset the airplane. So I'm using live weather, all right. Is the weather different in? Is there weather different in? Let's just read the weather here. My flight in San Francisco. San Francisco. That's the wind. There's no wind. Yeah. Light rain, mist, view 600. Overcast 31. 2100 feet. That's why you're asking. Wow, yes. That is bizarre. And I tell you what, right? I know. Is there an anomaly here? Because the QNH is 3027. If I hit the B button, it doesn't do that. So thank you for pointing that out. There's an anomaly there. So I am using real live weather. So I was expecting fog, to be honest with you, at 10 o'clock in San Francisco, of all places. So that is very confusing. Let's refresh the weather here. Yeah. Light rain, mist, you know, few clouds, 600 feet, overcast 2,300 feet, temperature 10, 2.8. Yeah, so that's not matching up, is it, folks? The weather. Is it me? Am I doing something? So Vector, what do you think it is, Vector Hockey 88? What do you reckon? It's very strange. It may not be loading correctly. What if I change the real time here to something else? What? No. We're going to put it so we're going to end up in LA. And we want the golden hour, folks, in all fairness, don't we? So I'm going to do that there. So we're not getting the weather. Let's Metar here and see what it says. Oh, come on. Give me LA. Give me San Francisco. Monterey's close enough. No Metar available. Watsonville, which is very close, reasonably close by. That looks okay. Are we getting in correct weather here for flight sim? Switch live weather off and on again. Yeah, I did that. Let's do it again. Oh, it upset the airplane a little bit there. Nothing like a bit of turbulence. Victor Hockey 88 says, I've been thinking about buying Microsoft Flight Simulator. Well, the very fact, Vector Hockey, the very fact, Vector, that you're thinking of it is a no-brainer, because it's so involved. There's so much to it that, I mean, you can take it, it can be a game, it can be simulation, which it is a simulation, and a hobby. It's a hobby. And I learned how to fly this aircraft now online, asking people what to do. Right? Just asking people what to do. And once you know, it's not difficult. Now, you start with small little airplanes for fun. You play, it's a game. You play around, fly around, it's quite realistic. And it's great fun. let's just get some more real estate there. And you'll love it. It's certainly worth every penny, even out of curiosity. And it's a great hobby. I mean, we're on here all the time. We're on, you know, I'm on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6 o'clock Irish UK time, and then Sundays at 9 o'clock in the evenings Irish UK time. So quite a lot. And everyone's on pretty much that's here now. You know, a great deal of people. So it's well worth it. I would recommend it if you're thinking about it. Brenda Beery, it's not you. I've seen others saying last update broke the weather. Yeah, yesterday's update. There's always problems after an update. So it's not you. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator. Lonely Reaper saying there, Vector 88, I'd recommend it too. And Vector 88, we have a Discord there. Let me get the Discord up for Vector 88. Unless you beat me to it there. Let's go. Oh, sorry to flash you out of there, folks. That takes you out a bit. That's why I'm looking for another screen. I'm looking for another screen so that doesn't happen. And it'll happen. Discord. The Discord is, if you don't know what that is, Vector, it's like a club. I'm going to send you an invite here. It's secure as houses. Discord. Where is the invite? People. It's free. And people help you out. I've been helped out on it all the time. I'm not on it as much as I'd like because I'm doing this. But the Discord will give you all sorts of information there. There's a link there, a Vector. Right, I put it on YouTube as well for the Discord. Also, we have Throbelt. You need to switch on real time. It's not live weather. I know, because we're not getting live weather. I switched it off now. They're actually on. Ah, new follower. Vector Hockey 88 is with us, folks. We have a new victim. Vector. We have a new victim. You will enjoy Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's no doubt about that. I'm pretty sure you won't regret it. It's so realistic. I'm a real pilot. Now, I don't fly the big aircraft. I fly the small ones under 5,700 kilograms. But it's something odd about it. It's quite intelligent in a way, but it's not hard. I'm getting a warning here. Too steep right path ahead. Oh, I've seen that before. But once you know what to do, it's easy. And you can fly Cessna to start with. Anywhere in the world. And all the scenery you're looking at is as is, as in the real world. Every hill, every tree, every valley, every river. Stars, you know. 29,000 feet. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you leave the cockpit unattended. So we're on standard now, folks. I'm going to leave the center one on standard as well. 1013. It has the hectopascals. And 28,000 feet. We're climbing thick and fast. So that's 2 followers today. So we got 4. No, we got 5 now. Let me refresh that there. No, it's not refreshing. Refreshing? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on a moment. Should be telling me we've got more followers there. Just above my head, you see. That's new. I put that on last night late. Last night. Or was it? Yeah, it was late last night I did that. Where is it? Oh yeah, I see. That's the wrong one. Can I refresh it? Might take a while to refresh. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, here we go. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I won't bore you with it, folks. And thank you very much for following. You joined Discord as well. Great, Vector. Great. So, what I do, Vector, for now, with the big jets, because I'm learning, and you'll probably notice if you've been watching the stream, I will slow down and tell people, I love answering questions. Because I've kind of learnt this now. When I say I learnt it, it's 2% of what's behind what I know I have not learnt. But I can fly from A to B and get out of trouble most of the time now. Whereas before, as you long-time viewers, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. It was hilarious. Now, I'm going to start doing the 737, and that'll be hilarious. Because I kind of really don't know. So I'm going to do the 747 eventually. But what I'm saying, Vector, is if you're on next time, I'll because people ask me to slow down what's happening, and I'll slow down and I'll explain everything I'm doing to the best of my ability. So I'm not a jet jockey. So what I'm saying is there's no such thing as a stupid question. And that's a saying in aviation. You know? That's a very wise saying. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Because if you don't ask the question, then you're none the wiser, are you? You know? What else are we going to do here? We got to release the passengers at some point, don't we? So we're in the cruise. Happy days.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may relax your safety belts and struggle around.
We're not getting weather.
We'll be passing
It's a bug.
alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use, while left is due now to dedicate is beyond.
Rude the Great says it's not a bug, it's a feature. It is. Every time they have an update, something goes wrong. And we're not getting the live weather, which is an awful shame. It's an awful shame. We're getting a little bit of haze, but that's it. Let's see what the weather is like in LA then. Arrival into LA. LAX. Okay, so there's some things that they're American. I don't know what they mean. I have to look them up. But KLAX, the KO identifier. Every airport has a unique identifier. It was issued on the 3rd, which is today at 18:53 Zulu time. The winds are 260 at 7 knots. 10 SM, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up. Few clouds at 1,000 feet. Few clouds at 20,000 feet. Scattered clouds at 28,000 feet again. Wow. Temperature's 18, so it's a lot warmer in LA because we are going down south, aren't we? It's like it's warmer as we go south. The QNH is 3024 hectopascals. Remark A02, I don't know what that is. SLP 240, don't know what that is. FU, oh, is that fog? No. FU, I'll have to look that up. I may have, FU rings a bell, but I haven't seen it probably for about 4 or 5 years. Few clouds at 1,000. FU, plum, E, don't know what that is, and I don't know what that is. And the dollar sign, I have no clue. I know the meteorological actual reports, that's what METR stands for. I know what they mean in Europe, it's because it's all the same, but in America they have slightly new, different stuff. So, that's what that is. I'll have to learn it. Oh, Robert Times is telling us. Robert, you are a hero. A hero of the day, Robert Times. He says 10 SM is 10 nautical sea miles visibility. Oh, interesting. I've never seen that before. 10 nautical sea miles visibility. AO2 means auto-generated, I believe. Ah, because it has a different in Europe, doesn't it? Also, Valstorm says 10 SM, 10 statute miles. Visibility, okay. 10 SM equals 10 statute miles visibility, says Kevin as well. Cheddar Key, FU Smoke. Oh yes, I knew I saw it somewhere. Smoke. Yeah, I had that years ago when I was flying in Livermore in California. Now I remember FU Smoke because it was a big fire, big bushfire, and wow, it was really bad visibility. So smoke. Thank you, Cheddar Key. So there you go. I've learned something new. So FU Smoke because it's on fire. LA is, which makes sense. So the visibility is 10 statute miles. AO2 Cherokee says SLP. AO2 SLP refers to sea level pressure and the type of instrumentation used to calculate visibility. Wow. Wow. Sea level pressure. SLP, sea level pressure. A2, the type of instrumentation used to calculate visibility. Do they use lasers? Is that what that is? Do they use lasers? Some countries in Europe, they look and go, that's about 6,000 meters. Oh no, maybe they use lasers in Europe now as well. So I don't know. But interesting. There you go. So I've learned something new. FU is smoke, of course. Okay, we're now cruising, folks. Almost 36,400 plus change feet. And let's get ready for our approach, shall we? I know we've got loads of time. Oh no, we don't. We've got 189 miles to go. I better hurry up. Yeah, let's hurry up. So, panic stations. Time flies. The UNH is where we're going is 3024. I need this to... Oh, I know what to do. 3024. I know what to do. I know what to do. I think. See settings. Units. I'll leave that there. Where was it? This is SIS there. Yeah, I've changed this instrument like magic. So what did we say? It was... so change the standby instrument there. Let's go back to the weather. My flight. So 3024. Let's hit the B button here and see what that gives us. No, I don't want that. 3024. I'm going to put that in the stat and default. Press it. 3024. Happy days. 3024. Internet destination data. So you go into performance. We're going to go cruise is managed. Descent is managed. The approach is 3024. Let's confirm that. 3024 in America. Inches of mercury. Where am I? My eyes are all over the shop here because I haven't read this before. 3024. 3024 set. The temperature is 18 degrees. 18 degrees. Magnetic wind 260 at 7 knots. So it's coming from 260 degrees at 7 knots. 260/7. You see the way I'm putting the slash in there for the you got to keep the format the same. Vector hockey. So I'm keeping the format the same. The transition altitude is 8,000 feet. Now here's the barrow. We've got to watch our minimums for landing. Minimums for landing will be, let's get Navigraph open here for us, and we are going to LAX. KLAX. Boom, boom. Approach. We're going to runway 24 right. Localizer, please. What? Oh god, it's America. It's also different. Base altitude to enter the ILS there is 2,200 feet. So 2,200 feet. No, what am I talking about? Talking nonsense here. We were looking for minimums here. So what are the minimums? This is not what I'm used to looking at all. Oh god, I'm going to have to run around the American. Oh, there it is, there, I'm blind. Cat 3, Cat 2, I'm going to go for the biggest one, Cat done, because I'm going to land manually. 322 feet. 322 feet is our minimums. 322. So if you don't see the runway by 322 feet, 322. 322. Come on. Hear that? It's just a bug there. Jeez. 322. There we go. Into the barrow. So we don't see the runway by 322 feet, which is our minimum as we go around. Try again and then a diversion. So that's all our destination. But let's test the radios here. Let's make sure we got the right frequency. So as I'm reading here, the ILS-DME frequency is 108.5. 108.5. India Oscar Sierra Sierra is the identifier. And the approach course is 251. 251 exactly. Happy days. They've also got the LAX VOR 1 set there. Let's confirm that. LAX is 113.6. Lima Alpha X-ray. Lima Alpha X-ray 113.6. So that's all in there. That's done for you automatically. Ground speed. Deselect. What is that? There's lots of things I don't know. You know. Okay. I've got away with it so far. So I do need to learn. I have a manual now that I've got to read. A real Airbus manual, so there's lots of interesting things in there. So that's that done. We got our minimum set. Right, we've got the altitude for the ILS. There's a ton, because of the mountains here, there's a ton of constraints coming down, but thankfully that's managed by the aircraft, so all I need is the altitude I intercept the localizer at for the approach, so 2,200 feet. I'm going to set that in here now as we're at our cruise. 2,200 feet. 1, 2. Click that for hundreds. 1, 2. Good. And that, folks. We've got 145 miles to go. This little arrow here, 30 miles away only, says when we got to descend. And all I got to do, as you know, is push that button in, which is the up arrow, and we start our descent. Let's go outside. It's quick enough flight. I'm going to get rid of my camera just so I can... Oh, I did from my glass, thank God. So I can have a drink without being rude. No. This camera. There we go. And we're good. I think GS is the glide slope gripper. Cherokee, in Europe they use transometer to calculate visibility. Okay, cool. Transometer. Transisometer. Oh. Okay. I think the ground speed is glide slope. That was what you were referring to earlier on as for the... Let's have a look here. There is more stuff. Did I say GS here? Is that what you're referring to there? In the... Just checking the error messages there to come up here. Super Gamer's with us. Greetings, Super Gamer. Oh, why does it do that? Greetings, Super Gamer. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the madness, Super Gamer. There's lots of people on today. It's very unusual. We have on YouTube, it looks like we have... Oh, mostly on YouTube. 27 watching on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like button there, folks. We got 16 likes so far. And we got 27 watching. It does help the channel if you hit the like button. I'm always hitting the like button now because I watch a lot of people. In the past, I only watch YouTube. I don't have Sky TV or any cable or anything like that. And I always hit the like button. It's just manners. And of course, let's be plain about it. I am kind of trying to, you know, kind of pushing you to hit the like button, which is wrong of me. Really, but I'm just reminding you, really. Super Gamer's asking what plane this is. This is the Airbus A320. Let me show it to you from the outside. This is the Airbus A320. One of the most popular in the aircraft for sure. Sorry, I'm just trying to straighten the camera. It always comes out twisted. This is the Airbus A320 Super Gamer. So you'll know it's an Airbus. See the little winglets there? that's a giveaway. And what else is a giveaway, folks? Help me out here. They do look very similar to 77s, don't they? I can't remember now. They used to have black around the... They have black around the... Usually in Europe they've got black kind of around the cockpit there for, you know, anti-glare. But I don't need it here because it's dark blue anyway. But anyway, it's an Airbus A320. That's what we're flying. It's the plane, the Super Gamer. Oh, hang on. I'm just reading the comments there. Let me go back into the cockpit here. Shift space will get me back to the cockpit. We were in performance there, was it? I set something there very quickly. I set something there and someone's actually answered the question. Approach speed 136. Really? No, you refer to GS in the MCDU. I wasn't in there though. Anyway, it means glide slope. Decelerate. It's asking me to decelerate. I'm going a bit too fast apparently. 280 knots is the constraint there, so that's fine. We're doing okay for speed. We're going up at Mach 0.787. That's run. And I'm not ignoring. I'm trying to find out. Okay. Let me scroll back up here. I'm just looking. In Europe, they use transponder to calculate a transmission terrain. I think the GS is a glide slope gripper. But where did I say GS? Where did I say GS? I'm trying to figure out what I said now. I'm just trying to figure out what you were pointing to me at. Sorry, Cherokee, I've got to bring like a... Say if you're flying a localizer approach, no vertical guidance. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, let's look at that plate a little bit closer, okay. Oh, really? Sorry, I just misunderstood you, Cherokee. That's what's happening here. Okay. Hang on. No, you refer to GS in the MCD. It's ignoring us. No, I'm not getting it. It's not sinking in. Oh, did I miss my top of descent? I missed my top of descent. Okay, well, let's not panic. Okay, let's not panic. Okay. I did, didn't I? Don't worry, I'll fix it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'll get it. You got me! You got me good and proper. Not on purpose. You didn't get me on purpose, but you got me good and proper there. I was cut out. It was like 15 miles to go, and I got sidetracked. Isn't that fascinating? Because can you imagine if I had a problem there? Oh, what's this light here? And what's that problem there? This is why they have 2 people. Yeah, and they're discussing... I'm sure this has happened in the past. It probably happens quite a lot. Right, so I'm too high now. But we'll be back on profile with this little arrow here. And that's coming closer now because I've got the speed brake set. Now, I don't need the speed brake set now. So we'll get down. We're bombing down at 5,000 feet a minute. It's telling me more drag. Let's hit the program. We're 10,000 feet or more too high. So let's jam out those speed brakes to see if it might just slow us down. No, I think the faster we go, the quicker we get down. So will we now? So I was talking nonsense. Oh, we'll be okay. Yeah, we're probably going to miss some constraints now. So what's our options if this is the real world flight? Okay. Well, we'd have to hold and descend in the hold. We can hold anywhere. Would you get in trouble? Probably. Do you know? What were you guys doing? They'd say once you got on the ground in the board meeting. What were you doing? Now, I still can go faster. And we'll descend back quicker. So 2,600 feet a minute ain't cutting the mustard. We're descending here. You see it? We're only descending at 2,600 feet a minute. That's not going to cut the mustard. Right, so what we need to do is we need to increase our speed. And that will that bust the speed limit? You see, you're in all sorts of trouble here. And it would help if I push that towards me. So I'm going to accelerate. 295 knots. Let's have a look at the vertical speed there. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So 3,100 feet a minute. We're going to bust some eardrums. Oh, it's pushing it away now because they're going faster. But we can't go, you know, we got idle here. I really bust that one up. That is the worst thing you can do. We are making headway though. Now we're already 6,000 feet too high. How am I going to dig myself out of this? Okay, I'll put the cameras on so you can see my shock and horror. You see my shock and horror when I get the camera back on, folks. Let's get the cameras on. Cameras are on. Let's move that camera a little bit. There we go. Reminder to myself not to do this because you see I'm leaning and you can't see anything. So I can do a hold, right? I'm at waypoint. So you've got to be 250 knots. So here's the thing. Let's do this the right way. Airman. We're at hold point Airman. Let's do a hold. Airman, Airman, where are you, Airman? Airman. I want to do a hold, please. Inbound course, we'll put it at 130. If you get it in time. Boom, turn right there, standard, insert. Let's do the hold. Set hold speed. Now we're going to do a hold. We're going to get out of this. I'm going to do one hold. Let's set the speed back to managed. Right. And as you can see here, I'm going to do a hold. Just one circle as we descend. We need to descend more, please. And this stuff like the speed brakes. We need to descend. Now we got the lift jumpers out here, look. Those are the lift jumpers there. Ah, I should do that to me. Ground flight, there you go. So got the lift jumpers out there, folks. Shocking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making our approach shortly.
Let's see what the boys are saying here. We actually have a waypoint grip in the SID.
Also, we would like
Do you?
to take this time to
Gripper.
thank all of
G-R-I-P-R.
our and members for
Excellent.
supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining.
Now, I'm not descending very much, and I got the speed brakes out and everything, right? So, you know, that's not really what I was hoping for. 52 miles to go. Do I have to do this manually? You see, when I put the speed brakes, it raised the nose to keep the speed up, isn't it? So that was foolish. I'm thinking, see, I'm prop. You know, pitch for speed, perforation descent, where the chest is slightly different. So now we're descending at 1600 feet a minute. So we're not going to break the speed limit, so to speak. So let's see how we're getting on with our fix. I only want to go around once in the hold. I wonder what would happen in real life, you know, if you did that. What trouble you'd be in. 8,000 feet to go. No, we're not going to make that. So what we can do here is I can just... I'm going to increase the speed though. So 250 is the limit. So I can just increase my speed maybe to 250, no? Let's go to 249. Right, so that'll increase the speed and thereby increasing the rate of descent. There we go, 2,100 feet a minute. Okay, let's see what the guys are saying here. On YouTube. Cherokee says a prime example of the loss of situational awareness. Well, I didn't lose situational awareness. As such, I'm guessing Cherokee is in situational awareness where you just get completely confused. But what I did do was I was outside, you know, and I was trying to figure out what people were saying, and I wasn't lost. I was kind of going, what's he referring to with GS? GS, where's that? And that took, you know, I was kind of looking around, thinking I had lots of time. So I suppose it was a loss of situational awareness because I didn't know, actually, that we missed our descent point. So, boo to me. Boo-hoo to me. Poo-poo to me. I don't know what... Yeah, I'm sure there's a whole... But what would you do in real life then? In this situation? Prime example of... Cherokee options. Increase speed to 340 knots and use speed brake at the same time. So, I'm putting on the speed brake now. As well, so 22, 23, 25. Let's go to the Q&H. What's the Q&H here now? See, the work keeps coming. The work keeps coming. Arrival, come on, give me the weather. 30, 24. Come on. 30, 24 set once. 30, 24 set twice. 30, 40, 30, 24 set twice. So now I got 3,200 feet a minute. Let me just zoom out here. See how busy I've made myself now by doing that. But it's fun to learn by your mistakes. We're 1,900 feet now. We're going to be fine. So brakes are off there. Let us continue with... There we go. Back to manage speed. And we're still descending. So we're going to be good. We can come out of the hold now. There we go. Oh, it still wants more drag. Okay, I was a bit early there. So let's have a look there. Cherokee saying you missed %. Never panic. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Never panic. Yeah, prime example. No. 340 knots and use speed brakes. Oh, sorry, Harlan. With all the, I hope I didn't butcher your name there, Harlan. With all the madness there, and let's come out of the hold, shall we? To get out of the hold, exit. Look at that. Boom. Exit. So we're going to be good. We're going to be good. Everything will be fine. Nothing bad's going to happen. Let's activate approach phase as well. Prague. 1,000 feet to go, that is, I hope. 47 feet. We're good. Oh. Constraint. I'm having a day today. It's just fixing. What are you doing climbing up? No, that's not right. Lowering the nose. I'm going to stall now. That's not safe. Yeah, the nose down. Disconnected the autopilot on us there. Disconnected the autopilot on us there. Okay, now maybe you couldn't make the turn. I don't know. Autopilot's back on now. They couldn't make the constraint, I'm guessing. And it says, look, you look after it. I think the autopilot just goes, oh, look, I can't do this. You look after it. So it disengaged the autopilot, and I'm guessing that the thrust was set to climb. So it just added in the power, and the nose went up. Because the autopilot was disconnected. So when you add power, the nose goes up. No? That's what happened there, I'm thinking. This is an interesting flight. I'm screwing it up like the old days. We're 52 miles out, and the passengers have had an interesting time. So, because I was situational awareness, because I was thinking of something else, and I had, what, 20 miles to go to descend, which goes very quick, or less than that, it's like 15. I got distracted. We went past the descent point, we were too high. To fix that then, the best thing to do, I'm just doing this for my own, the best thing to do is to increase the speed and add speed brakes to get down. But we had a constraint coming up, and I just went with my gut. I don't know if you can do this or not in the real world, but it doesn't matter. Because we're in the sim, but I said I'll do a hold and we'll come down to the hold. Alright, and that was fine. And then when I came out of the hold, the autopilot disconnected. I don't know why that was. And as a result of the autopilot disconnected, because I have the throttles back on climb, of course it's going to set climb power, and the nose is going to go up because the autopilot's disconnected. And then of course, because the nose went up, we went to stall almost. So is that a correct analysis of that interesting situation? So I fixed it by getting out of the stall. Jeez. Now let's see what Cherokee's saying here. Oh, why does it do that? Now when I'm reading this now, I'm going to make another mistake. Cherokee says decelerate is Airbus's way telling you to descend. Yeah, because I missed it, didn't I, Cherokee? Yes, because you missed the top of descent. Too much shopping, I agree. Cherokee, never panic. And he's laughing his head off. Cherokee, a prime example that I looked like I was panicking. I didn't feel panicked. But I haven't told, are you alright there? And I'm just going, I'm not panicked. Cherokee, options, increase speed to 340 knots and use speed brake. Great. Hey, what server are you on? Okay, that's... Oh, yeah. So then I got to Harlan there. Harlan Weber. Welcome to Harlan Weber, folks. Harlan Weber, my apologies, but hey-ho to you coming on to say hello. Harlan, we got a new victim. Harlan, let me know if I'm butchering your name. He says he's catching up. We're on the North European server, Harlan. North European server. We're always on the North European server because you get good frame rates where you are, you know? And he says Major Havoc UK. That rings a bell. Oh, you're Major Havoc UK. Where are you? 13,000 feet. QNH is set. Why is it doing this now after the update? I used to be able to click here. You see that? To get that. Now I've got to do one at a time now. You know, and I didn't switch them on. That's very awkward. You used to be able to go in the middle here and do the landing lights. What a pain. That's very annoying. They're on. An approach. We were about that approach. Soap should be on, by the way, I believe. Safety belt signs on. Let's get ready for approach. I'm just going to arm the spoilers there because I don't plan on using them again. A reminder to self, if I use them, I'll have to rearm them. Brakes for our auto brakes set to medium. And we're coming close. 51 miles to go. We've still got a fair bit to go. The constraints, these are all the constraints on the way down. So that's why we're taking a while to get there. 250 knots and we're 09 knots. Now everything's slowed down again. Let's read Cherokee comments there about that about me analysing what went wrong there. Volstorm brings a whole new meaning to space shuttle approach. Cherokee, no eardrums being bursted. Remember that the cabin is descending at a much slower rate than the aircraft due to pressurization. That's what I thought, Cherokee. And I'm very, very confused because in Ryanair, when I was going to London and back in the day, my eardrums were killing me and I did not have a code. And I was just going, for the love, what are they doing? Are they descending too fast? And I couldn't figure it out. So in Ryanair, without a code, my eardrums were killing me. Maybe I had a code and I didn't know it. Do you know? That could be it. So, yeah, and I just assumed that there was something wrong with the cabin pressure. That we're descending too fast, do you know? The descent rate of the cabin can be seen on the pressure page. This is something now I have to look into. Pressure page. Where's the pressure page? Stupid of me. It's here. There we go. Cabin altitude 1,750 feet. Vertical speed 350. PSI. Interesting. 12,000 feet. We're on profile. We're on speed. That's good. 20 nautical miles. We have an identifier for the airfield there, and we're going to go all the way downwind and all the way back in again. So it's a long old approach. I presume it would be with all the traffic coming into LA, you know. So coming into LA, folks, on the Golden Air. Golden Air into LA. US Airways. Happy days. So let me continue reading that from Cherokee. The descent rate of the cabin is the pressure. Cherokee, you wouldn't do that in real life. Increase speed to 340 and exit hold. Use speed brakes. Okay, that's good to know. I just used my common cop as a, you know, a lackey. There's the runway lights. There's LA there, look. So I'm going to come down here and turn up here and come in that way. You wouldn't do that in real life. Increase speed to 340 and then exit hold. Use speed brakes. No, that is safe. Flight control law for low speed just kicked in as you slow down. I need to read up the control laws as well. I have a manual, as I said there. But Jesus, I need the time to read it, just to, you know. I actually picked it up and I just flicked it and I read something and I was going, oh, that's interesting. They were talking about after takeoff, if you don't take off the flaps, they can go up automatically. And the manual was saying, well, we don't do that all the time. And so I was just instantly going, oh, I'm going to read this, you know. Cherokee, it's automatically pitched up and applied toga. So that's what happened. Why did it automatically pitch up and apply toga, I wonder? I find that in that book I have. Peter Beverton, for your attention, there is a waypoint at the plan called Gripper. Oh yeah, I said that. Sounds a bit sus to me. Yeah. There's going to be one somewhere, isn't there? We have. I can't see you in front of us there. We have with us Super Grotto. Are you one of the guys new today? If you are interested in the stream, please do hit the subscribe button. It doesn't ask you, it doesn't hassle you or anything like that. The subscribe just puts it on your channel list and may potentially recommend the video to you if you see me streaming. Or you can hit the bell then, and then it'll tell you that I'm online. If you hit the bell, it gives you notifications when I'm live. And you can switch the bell off then. But subscribing helps the channel. That's what I'm saying. There's Captain Ping. Is he with us? Where's all the boys from earlier on? They're way ahead of me, probably. There's 2-3 Sierra. There's Major Havoc, UK. There he is there. Major Havoc. Greetings. And a whole load of other people. Red Cap is there. Red Cap 282. There's the gun on final. There's Raptor X there. And there's probably a few others already. I'll declutter here for scenery purposes. Look at that. What do you think of this, folks? Let me know. Alt F3. Right, that's standard Microsoft. Oh, it does look better. Standard Microsoft. If you have what's it? An Intel graphics card, which most of us do, you can do that kind of fancy stuff. So I just changed the filters. That is what I added. It's a little bit more poppy and less washed out. I feel bad calling Microsoft Flight Simulator washed out because it's not as brilliant, but it's just a little bit poppy, see? So that's on. That's what I changed there. So let me know what you think of that. If it just pops out at you a little bit more. Okay, let's keep an eye on this flight. 8,000 feet. I'm going to be bold. Well, actually, you can... No, that's not too bad shot. Approach mode is active. The lights are on. Why are we going below our... Oh, no, we're okay. Now, that's 4.9 miles the crow flies, right? But we're still 26 miles out as our track over the ground. Where's Gripper? It's down further. There is LA. That must be the guts of LA there. And more stuff here. Los Angeles is a big city. Can we see the Hollywood sign from here, folks? Let's hop outside. We've got 7,000 feet to go. We've got a bit to go. I'll just keep an eye on it from the outside here. There's our downwind leg. There's the airport down there. Look at all those lights. I love it. There's LA. A nice view for a few minutes. I'm just going to take off the cameras just for a moment if you don't mind. Boom and boom. Stunning scenery, folks. Cherokee then says, I'm just sorry, Peter, I missed yours there as well. For your attention, there's a waypoint in the plan. Oh, you read that. The plan called Cripperson. Okay, Peter Bevington, sorry, missed. Peter Bevington says, sorry, I missed you mentioned it. Currently at work and trying to fly, multitasking. Nice one, Peter. Don't let work get in the way of your entertainment, I say. Cherokee says, deployed tug and pitched up as you were a little slow. You can test that and watch it in action in another stream. Bring back to 220 knots to apply speed brake. Great. We're going right over the city, folks. We're on profile, on speed, all is good. We're on downwind. 7.3 miles is the profile. Now, with that, I'm thinking, Cherokee, that loss of situational awareness. It's fascinating to see you know, the whole aviate, navigate, communicate thing. It's fascinating to see yourself do that in the simulator. So that's why I like it. LA, ladies and gentlemen. Wouldn't want to be oh, it's a fantastic city. It's just the traffic I'm thinking of. These poor people trying to navigate around. You know, they're trying to navigate around. They're trying to navigate around the city. And you're trying to get to work and they're just queuing in traffic in LA. And I was in LA, oh, centuries ago. I was quite young and the traffic was appalling. What's it like now? Okay, on the next turn, just in case, I'm going to activate approach mode here, folks. It's great that we can activate it early on. It applied toga. I'm just reading Cherokee's comment there again. Where's the runway? Where's the runway? I won't see it now. Ruben the Great says life comes at you pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. First speeder. It's true. It's a fact that if you do different things, time goes slower. I'm pretty much doing the same thing day after day now at the moment. And time goes pretty fast. You gotta stop and have an adventure. I call it an adventure. You gotta stop, don't you? You gotta stop and have an adventure the odd occasion. When I say an adventure, you know, have a little break somewhere crazy, do you know? Okay, let's get the cameras back on, get ready for approach. Boom, boom. And we're doing our final turn. Going into approach, and everything's set. And now all I'll have to do is worry about the landing. Just double checking the flight recorder.
Our cabin attendants will be around shortly to
We're recording.
intoxicated passengers. If your baby is screaming during the approach, please ensure that stored in the soundproof.
Approach mode is activated once and twice. It's already activated here, thankfully. It's too steep approach path. Okay, that can be a problem. Right, performance is already activated. There you go. Did that earlier on there. So it's giving out about too steep approach path. So let's see how we. It looks like it's okay. We're a good bit away. 15.5 miles to go for the ILS. We're going to take a left turn then for final, which is the runways over here. We're all golden. Get my view set up now for my approach so I can see stuff and things. It's a little bit higher. It's very important to get a good seating position. In the real thing, I believe, as well as the flight simulator to a degree. Reminding myself to start at the end of the runway. Come a little bit below the glide slope because that always brings me in high in the sim for some reason. Just a tad. I think that's seating position. Alright. There. Anything I've forgotten? No. Redcap, I'm with you on that adventure. A few years ago, I fancied seeing the Northern Lights. Threw a sleeping bag in the car and headed to the ferry. Got home 5 weeks later. And I like your style, Redcap, because you got to do that shit, man. And it comes down to, we're all working hard. That's the problem, folks. 11.4 miles to go. We're all working hard, and to get the time off, especially if you're married with kids and stuff, you can afford to go on holidays now. Jeez. 10.7 miles. I am going to disconnect the autopilot now. But it's scientifically proven if you do different things, autopilot's disconnected. My aircraft were a manual. So it's apparently scientifically proven if you were going to the right runway. And we got the right runway. Just make sure. Let's make sure it's just easy now, Gripper Sim. Easy with the controls. Less is better. Less is more. Flaps 1. Gear down. A little bit late there. Gears in transition. A little bit there. There we go. Speed check flaps 2. Could be ballooning going on here. Big ballooning. Flaps 385 knots. Speed checks flaps 3. Full flaps 177 knots. There we go. I'm home now. I'm on the ground. I may as well be on the ground. Oh, there's one. I was going forward a bit. And speed checks, full flaps. Speed's dying nicely. 800 feet a minute, please. I'm kind of looking out and in at the same time. I want to train myself to look in only. There's no wind to concern myself with. I'm going to look in until... I'm not going to look out until minimums. If I can avoid looking out. Because I want to see the eye candy as well. But I want to practice it for those days where the shit hits the fan. You can't see till the last minute. 1,000 feet to go. And we're coming back to our approach speed now. That's fine. A little bit below. I don't want to go half scale though. I'm coming in below on purpose. I'm really coming in below with the last 500 feet, I think. Here we go. 400 feet a minute. That's fine. I'm not looking at you. You see my eyes. I'm going to wait till minimums. We're just going. 4.6 miles to go. We've got full flaps, gears down. I got 3 greens here on my panel here. Maybe 700 feet a minute will fix it. No wind to speak of. It's 6 knots from 105. Not a bother. As you can see, I'm not looking out yet. I'm just in. My eyes, folks, are here. You know, that's where my eyes are. In that area. Not looking out yet. I can see the runway lights in my peripheral vision, though.
500.
500 feet to go. Now, let's not hunt. Let's just get that 800 feet a minute. Oh, buttons is kicked off now. Great. Don't go half scale.
100 above.
100 above minimums now. Get that to 800 feet a minute. I'm not looking out. Don't hunt for too much.
Minimum.
Looking out.
Light slope.
Landing.
Light
Continue.
slope.
Why is he giving out? Okay.
100.
Look, I'm not going to go on about the glide slope. My power. I have the power.
50,
Eyes at the end of the runway.
40, 30, 20. Retard.
Power's off.
5.
Start at the end of the runway, Andy. There we go. There is the... And of course, the nose wheel wants to go flying down. There we go. We're on a reverse thrust, nice and gently. Forward on the stick. A little bit of braking there. And reverse is off. And that was interesting. I looked out. When I looked out, although I did... Brakes off. When I looked out, it's like, oh. You get that, like, shock. I remember that from doing instrument rating in the real world. Flaps up. And we're going to pull up here. We're going to put the lights. We're going to clean up the aircraft. Reduce the buttons is now... Cause of trouble. Always on final. She's always at it on final, folks. She's always kicking off. On approach. I think it's fascinating. She knows by the tone of my voice, the tenseness in my voice. Do you know? I hope I make it sound tense. That's the idea, to make it sound so very tense.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
Well, it's a bit late now to wish me good luck. Brakes on. Let's tidy up, and we're going to go to the gate, and then we're going to do the replay, folks. So let's tidy up. So disarm the spoilers. Let's get off the predicted wind shear. Weather radar is already off because it's not working yet in this fantastic Fenix Airbus. Transponder. Standby. A T-class and transponder. Standby. And lights. Let's not blind everybody in the ground. Blinding lights retracted. See, I can't do the middle net anymore. No, just that's not. We discussed this. That's not for you. Just trying to get my attention. Which I don't blame her. Poor little dog has been sitting there for a while. Retract one at a time, great. Yep. Nose light to taxi. When we turn off lights on, strobe auto. And of course the APU. I knew there was something hunting there in my head. Going, they forgot something. 3 seconds. APU started. We're not doing a turnaround today though. Let's ask ATC. Let's see what happens here at the ATC, folks. Ground services. Let's tune to ground. Oh, the lot of ground frequencies. Wow. Come on. Come on, give me taxi instructions. Taxi to gates. Let's write this down. Let us write this down. Gripsum taxi to gate 17 Alpha using taxiway Zulu Echo Delta 8 Delta. Let's do that. Let us do that. Bear with me now. You got it. I'm using Navigraph here to see if I can navigate around all this area here. This is a mystery to me. How in the mother of God they find their way around? And that's not telling me anything. I'm looking at Navigraph here. Let me tell you let me show you what I'm doing here. So let's go to taxi here. And there's only one that would give you. There we go. That's it. Oh, this one as well. Great. Can I zoom in though? Do I have to press this button here? So you can't be sitting around here, can you? Zulu. There's Zulu. Then to Echo. But right or left? Doesn't tell me to go right or left. I presume down here. Oh, producer buttons. Okay, in about 8 minutes, producer buttons. It's just really kicking off here. Look. Good producer buttons. You're good. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. That's why. And she gets a treat at 8 o'clock. Would you mind terribly, folks, if I hopped out? Just to give producer buttons a treat, because she's going to go absolutely ape if she doesn't get a treat. As you can see, she looks like she deserves a treat there. Just that camera is not showing it very well at all. I'll have to fix that. It looks to me very bad, very white. So I'm going to look after producer buttons here with a treat, folks. I think you'll understand. So we're going to do the replay. We're going to taxi back. I'll only be out of the chair for about 9 seconds, to be honest with you. So producer buttons, come on. Treat the producer, says Lonely Reaper. Lonely Reaper. I will treat the producer, folks. 8 seconds. From when I leave my chair. Yes, producer buttons, you're going to get your treat. It's 8 o'clock for little buttons. Come on, treat for little buttons. Come on, let's go. Folks, apologies for that. I think we all know what will happen if I do not. I had to get off my seat there, and I hate getting off my seat during the stream. This is a high value treat for producer buttons. There you go, producer buttons. Well done. Great work during the stream. Now, where was I? So, okay, I'm going to assume it's down here. Now, I can put the baby wheels on, but I just want to figure this out, man. Do you know? Because now I know they probably brief it, but you don't know what you're going to get. You know? How do they know? How do they know? You know? Because you can't turn around in an Airbus on the taxiways. You know? I'll get the camera higher so you can see producer buttons stuff in there. Sorry about that. But it doesn't look very good. I'll have to look at that camera. Anyway, Zulu. Onto Echo. Great. I presume it's this way. Then to Delta 8. Echo. Where's Delta 8? Now, I do imagine they would actually study the plates. Do you know, before they get to LA? I'm sure you'd have to have a qualification. Where's Delta 8? Okay. Cherokee says, Almar, welcome. I'm sorry for butchering your name. Anura Natekar. Anura, please let me know how to pronounce your name. Welcome, by the way. There's a load of new people here. Ham Radio Shack, welcome. Microsoft Flight Seminary says it's better than DCS. Welcome, Ham Radio Shack and Alma Nakater, I'm thinking it is. Do hit the like button, folks. Thank you so much. Have I got any other peeps there? Sorry, Ruth the Great. I missed some of your. There's quite a lot of comments today. Anyway, let's look. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll do this in my own time. Right, I figured this out in my own time. But they do have little iPads telling them where to go, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to put the baby wheels on. Look up, what was the taxi ribbon? You can put the taxi ribbon brakes off. You can put the taxi ribbon on the Microsoft Flight Sim in assistance options, right? But in flightsim.to, it has subtle taxi ribbons. See the little dots there? So it tells you where to go, which is great. I'm going to put the daylight up a bit, folks, just a tad, because you can't see anything. If you don't like that happening, let me know, alright? Because you can't see the cool eye candy at the airport. There we go. Oh. We're crossing the runway. I didn't get permission. Didn't say cross the runway, did it? No, sir. So, now I have to say, the reason I'm worried about the taxiing is I've got to get the time. I'm going to get the time and do 2 or 3 flights on VATSIM at some point. I know I've been saying it for months, but I just don't get the time. I want to do some flights on my own without making an ass out of myself. It's a television. I want to switch off there now. Oh, that was at the passengers in the back. Where was I? Yeah, so taxiing is a bit of a mystery to me in these big airports, but I'm sure you'd be qualified, and you discuss it on the way, and you'd have planned it the night before and all that kind of stuff. But they get a little iPad, and follow along. I'm sure they'll have an iPad thing. Also, I was amazed in Heathrow, right? I was just watching a real Airbus taxi. It just had on the video Airbus taxi, right? Something like that. And I was just curious to see how they do it. And she just told them, yeah, take a left at Alpha and follow the green. And I was like, what the hell is that? What's follow the green? What they do in Heathrow, right? See the green lights here and the centre line of the taxiway. The only ones that would be lit up is where you're to go to. I couldn't believe it. So, just like what we're doing here, right? I call it the baby wheels, right? But so if I were to turn right here, only those green lights would be lit up. These ones would not. And I was absolutely enthralled with that, because I'd say it's a big issue with the big complicated airports these days. So not only do they have the moving iPad, I believe, for taxiways, but now in Heathrow, they've actually, they leave the green lights on for you, which is great. I'm thinking, if I see a space, I'm going to pull off. I'm going to pull off if I see a space here with a gate on it, because we could be taxiing for a while. Oh. Let's see why I couldn't find... oh, it was this way. Okay. See? Okay. So I'm not going to take it too seriously. But anyway, for VATSIM, whenever the time comes, I'm not going to go to LA. I'm going to go to a simple airport. There's lots of regionals there that are much more interesting, I find, than the big airports. Regionals are great. Let's look at the comments. Ham Radio Shack says, I love the Fenix. I ordered a new bus controller for it. Oh, great. Yeah, I got the Thrustmaster, and it's the best thing I bought because it's got the detents like the real aircraft, and you need those detents, and it opened up a whole new world for me, and they're not madly expensive like controllers like that used to be. So prices have come down quite significantly, which is great. Ham Radio Shack says, fly out of Oscar Lima Bravo Alpha VATSIM. I control there. Oh, great, Ham. Oh, that's how cool is that, Ham? You're a controller in VATSIM. And is it that you want to become a real controller, or is it a hobby? Because everyone sounds very professional in VATSIM. I'm absolutely amazed. It's like the real airliners, Ham, It's absolutely stunning when I listen to it. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write that down, put that on my wall. Let me just... I'll do this at the same time, because I forget. Oscar Lima Bravo Alpha. The pen stopped writing. I'll park first. See, I want to do 2 things at once. But you can't do that in the sim, because it's easier in real life. Now, where is this taking me, folks? That looks a bit of an odd turn. Oh yeah, we're not. Are we going to make that? Yes, we are. We're going to make that. Do we have a marshaller? We'll hop out in here and have a look at LA. I've never been into LA before on the sim, folks. Believe it or not. No indications of, you know, how far to go in. So I'll just gently come to a halt here. There we go, park brake on. And there we are at the gates, folks. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Get out of my aircraft, please. And be quick about it. Bing bong. There we go. LA, folks. Let's speed up the camera a little bit. A very loud, very busy, very complicated airport. There's no doubt about it. One of the biggest in the world now. Absolutely stunning. Bizarre. Now, I'm going to write that down. Oscar Lima Bravo. Where is that? Alpha. And that is Ham Radio Shack. Ham Radio Shack. Pretty LA Ham. It is, yes. Welcome, Ham. Do follow. You know, hit the hit the subscribe button. Do you know? It'd be good to get your advice, you know. Who else did I miss there? I'm just having a quick look there. I know I've missed a whole load of... No, I didn't miss too many. I like to get in the comments as much as I can. Okay, let's do the replay that you're all waiting for, folks. Let's reset the cam. Let's put the flaps back down. Oh god, that's still going to want to draw on, isn't it? Let's put the flaps back down as they were. Let's put the lights back on. Oh, now it's working. Okay. Let's put the lights back on. And let's do the replay. How good was the landing? Stop recording. And replay. Pause replay. That frightened the passengers. That frightened the passengers. I'd just like to look at the takeoff because I'd like to see... Now, what we want is for the replay, we want a shadow on the ground, okay, to give you some idea. So let's brighten it up a little bit to earlier during the day. There we go, we get a shadow now, which is nice. Unfortunately, the weather, if you're wondering, folks, the weather, it's a bug, it's not me, it's flight sim. It happens sometimes with flight sim. Resume replaces to take off. It's not showing real world weather for some reason. This is coming out of San Francisco, US Airways. Ham Radio Shack says, I've been following on DCS for years. Sure you got skill. Oh, cool. Yeah, a little bit too much back pressure there. San Francisco, folks. I won't model the gear coming up. I saw the city's way down there. We'll have to do a flight around here again someday on the Sunday stream at 9 o'clock in the evening Irish UK time. Okay, let's go forward now. It's supposed to replay. And whoop-dee-doo. All the way down the coast. Southern coast of California. And there's our descent. And guess what that is? Yeah, that's my hold because I screwed things up. And let's bring it to about here for the moment. Oh, a little bit closer. No, a little bit closer still. We'll do the passenger view from a little bit further out, you know. Give it another second. It's quite a busy place. And resume replay. Okay, so I had it for a while since there. For the first one, I'm going to slow the camera down a bit. I want to get all three wheels there. So I want to be below the glide slope. You'll never get these two touchdown markers here. The way the instruments are telling me, you know. And let's go. See the poppies? You never get those touchdown markers. Are you supposed to? It was given out to me. There we go. And the nose wheel always slams down. I don't know why. I don't know why the nose wheel slams down. So that was, I'll take that. I'll take that. Let's have a look from this view. Let's pause the replay. And go back a little bit. I love the wing flex, folks. I can't get over it. There we go. And looks a bit choppy there, folks. Ah! I had you open already. Sorry, folks. Frame rates aren't the best since update 11 at all. On the center line. Is it on the center line? Yes, that's what you want. You know, to land with the accuracy and precision of a feather landing in a postage stamp. Let's have a look at the passenger replay. It's very frame rate heavy in San Francisco, folks. Sorry, in both airports, LA and San Francisco. So we're going to do the passenger view now. We'll take it for the right side. Passenger view. We get all LA in the distance. And resume replay. Let's see what the passengers felt about that. I'm going to go back a tad more. And resume replay. Ham Radio Shack says 10 out of 10. Thank you, Ham. Ham, give everyone some advice on VATSIM because it will happen. You know, people are very nervous going on the radios, in the real things as well. You know, when they're doing their PPL or the commercial flight training. The radios are a little bit different in America. Are you allowed to make a lot of mistakes? That's what I'm saying. Are you allowed to, you know, your first few flights, you're going to make a hames of it, aren't you? You know, you might say something that, what does he mean? I'm sure it's reasonably relaxed, I'm guessing, Ham, but you don't want people effing about. You know, you don't want people to take the piss, I would imagine, in VATSIM. That's all you're looking for. I love the way it animates the spoilers there. That's really cool. Let's get rid of that other camera here. You know, camera, you don't need that now anymore. So that's what you'll see coming into LA in that runway, folks. That's what you'll see. A little bit choppy there. It's gotten very slow after update 11. Didn't animate the spoilers, unfortunately. There we go. It always slams down the nose wheel. I don't know why. Wolf says, how do you get your landings to be so good? Well, they weren't always like that. They weren't always like that, Wolf. There's no crosswind, right? Also, the real important thing, believe it or not, Wolf, when you're learning to fly real aircraft, let me just pause that for you. Just pause it for a second. It's very important when you're landing, right? In the real thing and in the sim, believe it or not. When you're coming into land from about, at least from, let's just go back a bit here, I'll speed up the camera. Okay, see me about here. Let me just, it's not exactly the camera angle we'd have. No, that's not right. Here, I tell you, I just want to get that a view. I want to explain the view to you. Eyes at the end of the runway is what I'm trying to say. So, if I go back here.
Terrain ahead.
No, that's too far.
Up.
That's too far. Right, from here, right? Your eyes should be down here. At the end of the runway. Don't listen to all that, that's just the recording going mental. Your eyes should be down here for the landing. So if you keep your eyes down here, don't look anywhere else. Keep it at the end of the runway. You'll get a better landing. And it's true in the sim as well.
20.
Do you know? So you'll get a much better landing. That noise is driving me mad. Where's the 5? There we go. Reset cam. Oh, reset cam down here. So if you keep your eyes at the end of the runway, that will help you enormously, and that's the same as the real world, is what I'm saying. There you go. I hope that helps. Ham Radio Shack says, no worries, VATSIM friendly even to new pilots. Great, Ham. Hopefully we'll see you more often. I have taken down that where you're Oscar Lima Bravo Alpha. I'm going to write it on my board. Wolf says thanks. I hope that helps, Wolf. Sorry, it was I misread who asked that comment there. It was Wolf who asked how to get my landing so good. Excuse me, Wolf. Dane D, welcome. Dane D, sorry I missed your comment there. Forgive me. We've got lots of new people on today. That's great. Do hit the follow button or the like button there, and think of subscribing if you see us again. Just because there's a lot of new people on here today, where I'm streaming on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for shits and giggles. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 o'clock Irish UK time. And then Sundays is the big one with GA Crazy Madness. I go out of my way to get myself in trouble sometimes to see what happens, and to get out of it, to get out of trouble. That's Sundays at 9 o'clock Irish UK time in the evening. So there you go, folks. That is today's stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you very much to Vector Hockey 88 who followed as well, and thank you very much to Florin on Xbox who followed as well also today. So thank you very much for that, folks. And what we'll do then is, oh yeah, and Clappy D put in YouTube. There's the Discord there. It's free. Lots of advice from everybody there. A little bit of supportive community for Flight Sim if you want any advice. And I guess that's it. It's Friday for me now. I'm working tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to taking a few hours off tonight. Ian Bevington has a quick question before we go. He says, when you mention flex, what does that mean? Yes, yeah, flex, wing flex. What I'm meaning is, pause sweep. I should have stated that because flex is also something in the Airbus, isn't it? I mean, it's not windy today. But what I mean is, see the wind there? The wing just gently kind of bobs up and down, and you'll see it when you look out in a real flight. You'll see the wing kind of just bobbing up and down because it has to have some forgiveness in it. So you'll see when you touch down, see the way the wings are high there? They're kind of bent. It's kind of a dihedral. It's a dihedral as it comes down. When you touch down, all the lift is dumped from the wings, so the wings kind of flop back down again. You see them flexing. That's what I mean there. I hope that helps there, Ian Bevington. Because flex is also a thing in Airbus, isn't it? So that's my fault for not explaining that correctly. I see. Great. Ian says. Even McCarthy says, hey Gripper, I'm thinking of buying a Hottis instead of the Honeycomb. What do you think? It depends, Evan. I did use the Hottis for all my flying because that's the first joystick set I had, the Hottis, and it was great. The only reason I brought the Thrustmaster one for the Airbus is because it has the detents. But you still get the detents with the Hottis. So, but it's messy. You can be taken off and it's not set with the detent because it doesn't click into place, you know, with your physical controller. So it depends. If you're mad into the Airbus, I would get the Airbus Thrustmaster Airbus. If you're into military flying, the Hottis is a no-brainer. I just put up with the detent. I mean, maybe you could put a little sticker on it, I don't know. But I did fly with the Airbus for ages, you know, and I just had the extra cash and I bought the Thrustmaster. So if you wanted for general flying, the Hottis is better, you know, I think. That'd be a good one to get, especially if you're into DCS World. Even McCarthy, I was going to buy the $600 one. That's with the throttle and the stick, isn't it? I think it's called Warthog. That's exactly what the one I have here. But because I've started, let me get the camera here for you. What he's referring to, folks, is the following. Get the camera back here. If you can see it there. There. Camera is a little bit messy too. A little bit messy in the old camera there. See it? There is that's the controller, the throttles. There, right? For the Hottis, and they're really big. It's a replica for the Warthog. And then in here, I don't think you'll see it here very well, is the joystick for the Hottis, right? And above here, of course, I have this one here. So the Hottis is absolutely brilliant, though. It's absolutely really, really It's all metal and it's really, really good. I'm very pleased with the Hottest. So it's up to you. Do you fly more military? Doesn't matter. You have the detents. If you don't worry about the detents in the Airbus, it's fine for all the jets. You know, the Hottest is the first one I bought. There you go. That's what I'll say. And I researched the hell out of it because it was expensive. That's what I did. That's all I could say. I think that's it, folks. Thank you very much. Any other questions? I'll be on again on Sunday with Colonel Clink at 2100 hours evening time. That's 9 o'clock in the evening Irish UK time with Colonel Clink. And then, of course, we'll be back to Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6 o'clock Irish UK time. I think I pushed that enough, folks. Thank you so much, everybody. And just look for the outro button here. So thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. It's Friday. Celebrate. Go out and have a few beers with you. Go on. Get the lamp to Edward. Ciao, ciao.